Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sandy with another amazing video for you and your family and friends. Today's topic is going to be headaches. We're going to talk about how the spine impacts those areas, what we can do about it. If you're watching for the first time, welcome. My name's Dr. Sandy. Been in practice for 24 years, going to my 25th year of practice. I'm still learning, still growing, trying to do that perfect adjustment, just get better with every visit. Me and my team, we've been blessed. We've won multiple awards, including Top Chiropractor Mississauga, Top Chiropractor Peel Region, because we are results driven and we do our best to give our patients the best service possible. So we are driven by that. So we want to care for them, get those results, and going to work is a pleasure. And if you have been watching my videos for a long time, thank you, welcome back. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's jump into the video. So today we are talking about headaches. So if we look at the human spine over here, I love this spine because it goes by color zone. So this top area is like a violet color. So that's called your cervical spine. You have the 7 vertebrae. Over here is your thoracic spine, kind of like the middle of the spine. The blue area over here, so you'll have 12 of those. And then this green over here is the lower back or the lumbar spine. You have 5 of those. And of course you have the tailbone. So kind of shows by zone. So for today's conversation, we're going to focus on this violet area at the top. So this is, as I said, the cervical spine. There's 7 vertebrae here. Very powerful, if not the most powerful part of the human spine. Why is that? Well, it's close to the brain, and basically that means it can have a huge impact. So when we talk about something like headaches can be very painful, really affect quality of life. It can affect you at work, it can affect you at home. It can be very frustrating. And for a lot of people, they might try to sleep it off, they may try to rest, drink water, change their diet. They might even take a painkiller, and you may get some relief. But the cool thing I love about chiropractic, we're always thinking root cause. What is something we can do to really make a change, make an impact on someone? So if there's any type of misalignments in the spine, and I'll give you an example, C1 and C2 at the top, if these misalign and compress the cord, multiple levels of dysfunction start to happen. So that misalignment will cause an inflammatory response. That misalignment is obviously pushing on those nerves, and the body's going to send a signal that it needs help. If it gets bad enough, someone might get numbness or tingling. Muscles can start to contract. But here's the big thing I want to share with you. You have to remember there's signals going right to the brain. Those misalignments can also cause things like the mood being off, focus being off. It's a very powerful and delicate part of the body. So we want to make sure it's aligned. We want to be making sure it's taken care of. What are the things that would actually impact this area? What are the things that would even cause it to misalign? So one would be obvious. So physical trauma, car accidents, sports injuries, things like that, slips and falls. That really makes sense for most people. And here's the thing, you can have an injury from when you were younger, maybe as a child or a teenager, and your body tried to adapt, but later on in life, you may get headaches. So it may not show up right away. Some cases it might show up right away. Some cases it could show up down the road. So there's the physical. Diet, so having a diet where maybe you don't drink enough water, highly caffeinated beverages that are just full of like inflammatory products, sugary drinks, alcohol, things like that. Having a poor diet, not eating the right things, and too much of the wrong things can cause an inflammation response, also affecting the stimulation in the spine, causing the spine not to move properly, breakdown, causing issues, and even causing those misalignments. And then the big one as well, and I'd actually have to say the biggest one is actually stress. So having emotional stress, what that means is that basically, worried about deadlines, just family life. Maybe you're worried about your immediate family. Maybe you're worried about the next generation. Maybe your parents, your kids, just dealing with day-to-day life. I think living in North America at this time is very stressful. Stress is high. We have much more awareness of how stress is affecting the body. But stress, imagine the body goes into this like fight or flight. It goes into this stressful mode, and the body starts to contract on itself. It almost tightens on itself. The spine starts to shift because the nerves are getting stimulated, muscles are getting shifted, there's improper balance on the body, and that locking sensation can cause different health issues. But for this case that what we're talking about, it can cause headaches. And as I said, some people might try to, stretch, drink water. Obviously, those are good things, but maybe it's just not enough. So until we can get that spine aligned and take that pressure off, we won't get the results that we want to see. And this is the sad thing too. People will come to me and we take the health history, and a lot of times I'll hear a comment like, well, I get headaches, but they're just the normal kind. And what I think they're saying is that, I'm managing mild headaches, but they're not debilitating. But it's like, you shouldn't be getting headaches. Yeah, you get headache once a year because you stayed up late one night, not a big deal. But if you're getting headaches on the regular, even a couple of times a month, forget about a couple of times a week, your body is saying it needs help. And usually what I've seen in healthcare is something that you ignore in the human body usually just amplifies, usually just gets worse, it gets stronger, and those things you were doing in the past are just not effective. So what we do in chiropractic, we actually look at the spine, we do proper measurements. Now in our office, there's different measurements we do. We use a special, very sophisticated software that measures the health of the nerve system. So the first thing we ask with the software is that, how is this person's heart rate variability? How is the heart responding to stress? So it's a way to measure a stress response by looking at the nerve system. So we look at that. We also look at something called surface EMG, where we actually measure the tone of the spine. We measure the tone of the muscles. And the more misaligned, the more pinched those nerves are, the more contracted the muscles become, the computer will actually capture it. So whatever the patient is feeling, we can actually see it on a computer, which is very powerful. And then the last test is that obviously there's nerves that are going to all the major organ groups, going to your lungs, your heart, different systems. Obviously there's nerves going to the brain as well. And it actually measures if there's inflammation at those levels affecting organ health as well. So it's a very powerful software. And with that information, we can see what's happening in the human body. And again, usually with people with headaches, we'll see a lot of stress in this top area. Someone might also feel, if they have headaches, that there's stiffness. They may get numbness or tingling in different parts. They might even get some dizziness, things like that as well. So it's a very delicate, powerful part of the body. Obviously, a huge correlation with mood, huge correlation with focus and concentration. For example, in an extreme case where someone gets a blow to the head, they may get something called a concussion. If you look at concussion symptoms, they're brutal. I mean, low energy, balance issues, trouble focusing. It can take months, even longer, sometimes years to recover from a concussion, because this is such a delicate part of the body. So if that's an extreme case, someone who's getting headaches, it's actually kind of the similar principle. There might be pressure on those nerves affecting it. And we have to remember, what are nerves? Nerves are that internal dialogue in the body. It's sending power. It's telling an area how to operate. It's sending the proper instructions on how things should function. But if we have a misalignment, we have dysfunction, that area gets confused. It doesn't know how to handle it, doesn't know how to adapt to things. So what we want to do is send a clear signal. I think that is the best way to describe chiropractic. We want the clearest, strongest signal possible from the nerve system. We want a full power flow going through there so that area can be optimized and not only get rid of headaches, but if those nerves are working better and it's going to the brain, we're talking focus, mood, better sleep, everything is just going to work better at that level. Like really, a headache, if you argue it, is almost like a brain ache in a way, in some ways, that there's a dysfunction in the brain, there's a dysfunction in the cervical system. So let's align it, let the body take over, bring it back into balance, bring it back into homeostasis, whatever word you want to use, but let's bring back balance, let's bring back alignment so things can work better. And then what we want to do ultimately is, as much as we can, go natural. Is there a time and place for surgery? Of course there is. Is there a time and place for special medications, muscle relaxants and stuff? I get it. But I also believe the first course of action should always say, let's go natural, let's help the body, let's work with people. If we need other things, we'll do it. But always go natural first. Try that, try something conservative, try something natural to help the body, and go from there. And the great thing is the success rate is so high. So many people have come to us and they've seen those changes. And sometimes I'll also be open with you. We may get a full resolution. We might get someone, they've had it for years and they're like 50, 60% better. In my books, that's still a win, because before it was so bad and they waited so long, maybe if they came sooner to us, we would have had a better outcome. And that's something I'm going to close with as well. If you're watching this, or if there's someone you know who is going through a health issue, do not wait. You want to take action. Healthcare is about taking action. It's not about waiting. The more you wait, the chance of success just drops. You need to take action. You'll have better outcomes. And everyone wants to obviously shoot for a full resolution. If it's been years and years and years, I'll be honest, it's going to be tougher. But man, I'll take every percentage I can get. If I can get 10% better, 30% better, 50% better, 60% better, I will take that. If there's a patient who's come to us who's maybe taking 8 pills a month and they're down to 1, I still think that's a win. So it can only help the situation. And check out the side effects. If you get a better alignment, it's not only about the headache, as I said, the mood, the focus, the concentration, the sleep quality, everything works better. And then one thing we invite our patients to do is once we've stabilized that area, we invite them to maintain it. Myself, I go every week to my chiropractor. Last week I had to go twice. I just needed it. I was just going through some health issues. I had some more pain in the body. So I want that optimal health. I am now about to turn, as I film this video, I'm about to turn 52. I want to make sure I have good quality of life. I'm obsessed with quality of life. I want to get older. I want to enjoy my life. I want to keep doing chiropractic, helping people, making their lives better. I want to be the best husband. I want to be the best father. And I'm sure you do too. You want to be there for your family. You want to be there for work. But it's about quality of life. Let's take time to take care of our body. Not just take care of our body. Take care of your nerve system. Take care of the brain health, the spinal health. Take care of the most critical system in the body, that power system, and great things will happen in your life. So if you have any questions whatsoever, text us, call us 905-896-3393. If you just want to learn about us, go to gopowerflow.com. If you're ready to take the next step for you or someone you care about, reach to our office, text or call us at 905-896-3393. Book a spinal checkup. We'll use that special software where we do all these measurements. We'll tell you what's going on, the severity of the situation, if we can help, what we can expect. We're here for you. We just want to give you maybe a second opinion, whatever it is. We are here to help. Life is good. I want the best for you. So I hope this video inspired you. Make time for your health. I hope everything's going great for you and your family. God bless you.